Welcome to the 90-minute meal prep hack guide. Okay, this is basically going to save you a bunch of time and energy, and we all know how valuable that stuff is. So, in 90 minutes, let's prep our meals for the week. Okay, step one, we're going to place all groceries on the counter as soon as we get home from the grocery store. Don't put anything away yet. Okay, preheat your oven. 400 degrees is usually generally a good spot. I know all ovens are different. Start there, make adjustments. Step three, we're going to be working for a little bit, up to 90 minutes. So let's turn some music on, something motivating, maybe an audio book you've been working on or something, not something distracting, but something motivating. Okay. Step four. All right. Let's put a week's worth of poultry and potatoes into a glass baking dish. Add only spices and nothing else. And if it's not poultry, if it's beef or something, that works too. Okay. But let's definitely put your proteins, especially your poultry, and some potatoes into a glass baking dish, along with maybe a little spray oil, not much, and some spices or dry rubs that you've decided you wanted, or even some of them 0-calorie sauces that we've talked about. Step five, put that dish into the oven. And step six is once that oven hits 400, okay, set the timer for two separate timers. One 35 minutes, which is going to be for your poultry or your chicken or whatever meat, and then set the other timer for 70 minutes, which is going to take care of the potatoes at that temperature. Okay, we can't go too hot or too low because we've got both meat and potatoes, and so these are going to be the two different timers you need to make that make sense. Step seven, let's put the veggies into the freezer or the fridge, depending on if they were already frozen or not. Step eight, all right, we'll put the refrigerated items like eggs away, okay, and or anything else that you might have got that needs refrigerated. Step nine is going to be if you're having rice at all during the week, you're going to put whatever rice you need in the rice cooker, okay, if you have one, or you're just going to end up boiling it. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, but let's get the rice going at this stage. Okay, step 10. Okay, we're going back here with the rice. Sorry, but step 10, if we're needing to boil rice, basically you're gonna follow these steps here. Okay, the example shows more or less putting some rice in the water and bringing it up to a boil. Okay, and then essentially boiling it for a certain amount of time. The directions should be on the box. And generally speaking, once you've got it boiled for several minutes, then you're going to end up taking it off the heat. You'll cover it with a lid, for example, and let that sit for about 10 minutes before taking a fork and kind of fluffing it up, sort of thing. So that's how you might cook your rice, okay, for example. This is all while the poultry and or potatoes is baking in the oven. Veggies are in the fridge and freezer, and the rice is cooking on the stove. Okay, now if we're going with a pasta, all right, then in this case, very, very similar process to the rice. Okay, you're basically going to be boiling some water and be putting pasta in it, and you're going to be making sure that the pasta is well cooked. Okay, along with the rice, the poultry, the potatoes, okay, and or other proteins. Step 12, make sure your Tupperware containers that you're going to be using are washed out and ready to go. All right, we don't want all this food all cooked and ready to be contained, and we don't have clean containers. Now, place them all on the counter, okay, and basically get your meat ready to go into the containers. Okay, the meat should be basically at this stage pretty close to done cooking at that 30-35 minute mark and or already rested. Okay, place all the meat into the Tupperware containers. All right, and you're going to save 2 meals for the next day. All right, so make sure these containers are put in the back of the fridge or wherever they need to be, but you have 2 like up front. That makes sense. You'll need them soon. Step 15, we're going to put other ingredients for meals into prep meal containers for next day, or just put them all in a single larger container that then take daily to make meals for each day. So what we're saying is you're going to end up having proteins in your Tupperware containers. Okay, but you might want to have a whole bowl of rice available to just basically scoop your rice out to add to the protein dish, on the go, for example. Or you can make the entire recipe in one Tupperware container and have it ready to go. Multiple large containers that you pull out of to create dishes on the go, or multiple Tupperware containers that have the full recipe in it. Is totally up to you and your preference. Step 16 is going to be eat one meal according to the plan. Because first off, you just worked hard, and it should be about time. If it's been 90 minutes or longer, you're probably coming up to mealtime. And you should be kind of hungry after all that hard work between grocery shopping and meal prepping. So time to eat something, okay? Sit down, enjoy, and don't forget your apple cider vinegar.